This is the third and last video in my series on intrusive thoughts. If you have not seen the first two, you may want to go back and watch them first. You will find a link at the top right of the screen. In the first videos, we learned what intrusive thoughts are and how acting on them makes them even worse. I also gave you a useful tool for challenging intrusive thoughts. This will prepare you well for behavioural experiments, which are a very powerful, albeit difficult tool to use against intrusive thoughts. You may remember that intrusive thoughts are driven by beliefs, and those beliefs are caused by the neutralizing actions which give the intrusive thought credibility. For example, Amanda's intrusive thought that she will deliberately drive her car off the road must be real because she stopped driving in order to prevent it from happening. Even though your logical brain knows these thoughts are ridiculous, the anxious part of your brain believes there is real danger. These parts of the brain are actually distinct areas, but I will not go into the technical stuff in this video. In order to get the anxious part of your brain to see that the intrusive thought is not linked to any real danger, you have to prove it with an action. This is where the behavioural experiments used in cognitive behavioural therapy come in. Here is an example of a behavioural experiment. Amanda, who we met in the first video, kept getting the thought that she would drive her car off the road, hurting herself or someone else. So she stopped driving. Amanda's therapist asked Amanda to rate her belief that this thought meant she might actually deliberately crash her car. Amanda wrote down 8 out of 10. Then Amanda's therapist asked her to drive a short distance while repeating to herself, "I am going to deliberately crash." This made Amanda extremely anxious, but her therapist reassured her that as difficult as it was, it would help reduce the power of the intrusive thought in the long term. Amanda got in her car and repeated the intrusive thought over and over again. The anxiety was almost overwhelming, but the longer she drove, she realized that she would not drive the car off the road, and the anxiety got less. When she finished the journey, her therapist asked her to record what happened and re-rate her belief that she could deliberately crash her car. She now rated it as 6 out of 10. It had reduced, but as it was only a short journey, she still had some belief that the intrusive thought might be right. But over the next few weeks, Amanda repeated the experiment again and again and re-rated her belief in the thought. It gradually went down to 2. Over the next few months, her therapist asked her to rate how often the intrusive thought about crashing her car came to her. After just 3 months, it went from all the time to never or almost never. This was a great relief to Amanda. Although this intrusive thought had stopped bothering her, new intrusive thoughts came, and this is often the case for people who are prone to anxiety. But with her therapist, Amanda learned to always use the cognitive restructuring tool and behavioural experiments to deal with the intrusive thoughts. She also got better at recognizing intrusive thoughts and was able to resist acting on them, so the intrusive thoughts soon lost their power and went away. If you suffer from intrusive thoughts, try to find someone trained in cognitive behavioural therapy who can help you learn these techniques and give you support and encouragement. There are lots of great therapists out there. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do, and please like and share my videos so that others can benefit. And feel free to comment if there's anything else you'd like to see in my videos. The key to beating anxiety is knowledge. Let's share that knowledge.